Last time, we ended on a cliffhanger. To learn, a network needs to know for every one of its trillion knobs whether a nudge sends the loss up or down. So, here's the obvious plan. Nudge knob 1. Rerun the entire network. Compare. That's one slope, one knob. Now look at the counter, because you have to do that a trillion more times for a single learning step. Nobody would build that. And yet real networks learn at roughly the cost of running themselves twice. The trick is called backpropagation. So let's shrink the problem. Forget the network for a minute. Here are 3 simple machines in a row. A number goes in, passes through all 3, and comes out the other end. The first machine doubles any wiggle it receives. The second cuts it in half. The third triples it. So, quick question. If I give the input a tiny wiggle, what comes out the other end? Have a guess. Watch. 3 times bigger. Doubled, halved, tripled. 2 times a half times 3 is 3. But here's the nicer way to see it. Don't measure the journey at all. Just read the receipts. Times 2, says the first machine. Times a half, says the second. Times 3, multiply them, and you're done. That's the chain rule. The slope of a whole chain is just the product of the local slopes along it. No global measurement anywhere. Local receipts multiplied. Calculus writes it like this. The change in loss per change in input breaks apart into a product, link by link. Each of these fractions is one machine's private receipt, how much it stretches whatever passes through. And notice, nothing in this line is global. Every factor is something one link can stamp on its own. Okay, now look at a real network with this in mind. It's just that chain, braided. Signals come in on the left, flow through layer after layer, and out comes a guess, which the loss grades. Watch the pulse go through. Input, layer, layer, guess grade. Now, that forward run isn't optional. It's how the network answers anything at all. But keep your eye on the neurons the pulse just touched. Every single one of them just computed something smooth. And here's the quiet miracle. At the exact moment a neuron computes its output, it can also jot down one extra number. How steep am I, right here today? That number is basically free. It falls out of arithmetic. The neuron already did, so during one ordinary forward run, the network quietly papers itself with receipts. No gradient has been computed yet, it's just kept its records. Like an honest shop. Now, run it backwards. Start at the loss, where one question answers itself. How much does the loss change if the loss changes? 1. Exactly 1. Step left. Every connection asks the same thing. How much of that blame is mine? And it's always the same move. Blame arriving from above times my local receipt. Multiply, hand it on. Watch the sweep. Every knob it passes just learned its own private slope. One sweep. Every knob. That is backpropagation. Look closer at what those numbers mean. Pick one knob buried deep in the machine. Its influence reaches the loss along a path, and its slope is the product of every receipt on that path. That's literally our 3 machines again. And when several paths lead from the knob to the loss, each path contributes its product, and they add up. Products along paths, summed over paths. That's everything backprop ever does. It's bookkeeping, arranged so nothing gets computed twice. Alright, race time. On the left, the honest brute. Nudge a knob, rerun the whole network, write down one slope, repeat. On the right, one forward run to stamp the receipts, one backward sweep to spend them. Same slopes, identical numbers. And look at the left side, still grinding. It pays a full run per knob, a trillion in a real model. The right side finished ages ago. It paid 2. So that's the price tag from last episode, finally explained. Feeling a trillion slopes costs one forward run to stamp receipts, plus one backward sweep to spend them, and the sweep costs about as much as the run. Roughly the price of running the model twice, not a trillion experiments. 2 passes. That's why training a network is merely expensive instead of impossible. One honest warning before the victory lap. Receipts multiply, and multiplication is merciless. Say every link in a long chain has a gentle slope, around a half. 2 links in, your wiggle is down to a quarter. 3 links, an eighth. Push it through 10 links, and less than a thousandth survives. Deep networks feel exactly this. Blame fades as it travels backwards, and the earliest layers barely hear it. That's the vanishing gradient, and half of modern network design is a fight against it. Now replay last episode with new eyes. A probe in fog, feeling the tilt, stepping downhill. Every one of those compass readings, the full arrow, every coordinate, was spot with one forward run and one backward sweep. Measure, turn, step. 2 passes, 1 step, repeat. The network never sees the landscape. It doesn't need to. It runs itself forwards to guess and backwards to learn. The machine is its own compass. One more thing though, now that every step is cheap, the way networks actually take them gets weird. They zigzag, violently. Next time, we give the machine a memory, and the zigzag dies. That trick is called momentum.